So, what is up, everybody? Gams here. About to leave work here in a few seconds. So, yeah. It's gonna be a good day, I think. Hopefully. Gonna ride back to Chandler again. Got some stuff to do over there again today. This time I'm not giving a bike up to nobody, so just going over there to hang out. I'm on the beautiful but very dirty 636 today. And when I say she's very dirty, I mean she is very dirty. There's probably 1.5 million bugs on this bike. Just on the front, not even counting the rest. So, yeah, I got different gear today because, you know, a Dr. Pepper decided to blow up my backpack yesterday and get my other gear wet and all sticky from Dr. Pepper. So that's fun. Anywho, today we're just riding. Yeah, it's a beautiful day out. It's a little hot, even with the clouds. It's a little hot. But it's still nice. Once you're moving, it's nice. It's hot when you're stopped, though. Good Willie to start the video. Let's go, baby. Not my best, not my worst, though. I can tell you that much right now. Not bad at all, not bad at all. So, hell yeah, thank you. Oh, he's got a foot clutch and a hand shifter? Oh, that dude's a badass. Yeah, that's all there is to it. He's just a badass. Like, I can't compete with that. It's way cooler than my 636. Like, no sarcasm. That is way cooler than my 636. Anywho. This guy's recording me over here in this car right now. Anywho. Yeah, it is a good day, I think. I hope. So, all of that just threw me completely off topic. The guy that's cooler than me, this guy who's loving the bike and the wheelie, I'm just completely thrown off now. So, anywho, how's everybody's day going? Mine was pretty good. It was busy again at work, you know, so not too bad though. It's nice to just get on a bike after a long day at work though. That was a shitty one. There's so much traffic over there. Golly, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that in the mornings. Oh, damn! That car was fucked up! God damn! I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but damn! We're off to Chandler. Got some plans over there with my lady. So I'm gonna meet up with her over there. So yeah, we're just gonna go on a nice little cruise. Yesterday I had some interesting stuff. Not really interesting, but some pretty funny stuff happened to me. So that's cool. So today I wanted to talk about some old stories, right? Just some more good old story times, if that's okay with y'all. So to start out, back when I was 16, I left home and I ended up at my grandma's house. Stayed with my grandma for 1.5 years. But in that 1.5 years, I got a car. It was a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Nothing cool, nothing special. It wasn't even the V6. It was the 2.4, 4-cylinder, whatever. That thing was the most fun car I've ever had. And that's saying a lot, because I've had a lot of fun cars. I've had a lot of, like, stupid cars, you know, whatever. But the reason why that thing was so fun is because I didn't give a shit about it. That thing was romped. When I say I romped that poor car, dude, I romped that thing. I bought it with like 180,000 miles, but it was really nice inside and out, actually. Like, it looked brand new still, except the dash was cracked. So yeah, pretty nice cars. For the most part, pretty reliable. I don't think I ever had like a breakdown. So the story starts off, I bought that car when I moved down with my grandma. I'm not much of a car guy. I wanted a truck, but that's just what I could get at the time, with our driveway restrictions and everything. So I got a car. And man, I got some stories with that car. My buddies and I, we'd always go out, and since it was the beater, we'd go beat on it. I learned how to do 180s. Hey, this guy's warning me that this cop. Thank you. Thank you. Damn, dude, this guy just threw off my whole shit. It was a beater. So I learned how to do J-turns in it, 180s with the handbrake and everything. I learned how to do some shit with that thing, man. I tell you what, I became a driver with that car. I was already a driver because I grew up on a ranch, and I learned how to drive at a young age. And I had quads, dirt bikes, I had my own cars that I was just driving around anyways. I lived on dirt roads, so it didn't I had no restrictions, you know? I had no restrictions whatsoever. I beat the piss out of that. I really learned how to drive back then. I was like 13, 14 especially, you know? I'd go hit my little dirt road as hard as I could in my 4Runner I had. And let me tell you, man, that thing was fun too. But to get back to the original point, clips. My buddies and I would take those out all the time. What's up with these show trucks I'm seeing right now? God damn. Somebody's got money. Anywho, so I would see I would take that thing out and just go blast down dirt roads once I got it. You know, this car is 4 inches off the ground. This Mitsubishi Eclipse. 4 inches off the ground, just wailing on it down some dirt roads. Well, one of my most notable stories was my buddy Kyle and I. Kyle, I hope you don't mind me using your name. If not, I'll beat you out. But so Kyle and I, we go out we're bored. We're sitting at his house and we're bored. It's 10 o'clock on a real late night. I can't hear what it was on a random night. I think it was a Sunday night. 10 o'clock on a Sunday night, and we're bored as hell. Super trooper. Just kidding. Respect to cops. Anywho, that is on her phone. Holy!
No, I'm not.
Get off your phone! So we take it out. We're bored. So we go find some dirt roads to hit. And at the time, we were living in the city. I wasn't on my ranch anymore, so it was hard to find. And I was new to the area, right? So I didn't know where any of the good spots were. So he told me where the good spots were. You know what I mean? He told me where all the good spots were. So we went out, and we went off-roading, and he didn't really know these spots. He just knew that they were dirt roads. So we went and we were hitting these dirt roads hard, man. 80, 90, 100 mile an hour. Just being idiots. Reckless, so reckless. Just being idiots, man. And we're cruising down this road. We're listening to the music. We're hauling ass. He trusts me because he knows I'm a pretty decent driver. And cruising down this road, and we hit this giant hole in the ground. And I mean giant. And all you heard is doosh. So we pull over, and we check out the damage. I dented my oil pan really bad, but I didn't break nothing. It didn't crack. It didn't hurt my oil tube or nothing, my pickup tube, nothing like that. So I got really lucky in that case. But anyways, so we are we get out, we check it out. We're like, fuck, man, let's maybe not go back down this dirt road. So then we go find some other ones. And we're cruising down these dirt roads that I have never been down before, which was very stupid. Don't ever do that. That was so dumb. So we're cruising down these dirt roads, and we're hauling ass, man. And I see this big old puddle of water. Again, it's the middle of the night. It's super late. and I see this big ass puddle of water. So I slow down as much as I can, but I still hit this first puddle at like 50, and I come out of the puddle, the car is barely running. It is barely running, and I go through the next puddle and the car just dies. I make it through the next puddle and the car just fucking dies. It sucked up so much water through the intake that it hydrolocked it. Like an idiot, right? So, we're sitting there, we're trying to start it. It never starts back up. So we push it like a half a mile, and I go, hold on, let me try something. So I get back in it, and I try to start it again. Because I didn't have any tools on me, so I couldn't pull the spark plugs and shoot the water out, put the plugs back in, and call it a day. No. Wasn't gonna happen. I just didn't have the tools for it, which usually I do. And since then, I've learned to carry tools on me, especially in any car. But especially once I bought my truck, I learned to keep tools on me. Because I had never really had an unreliable vehicle before. Like, I had old cars. My first truck was a 68 Ford F100. And then I had an 87 Chevy C10. I had an 04 Toyota 4Runner. But all of those never really gave me that many issues. So, anywho, I started carrying more tools. Actually, I got the C10 later on when I was like 18, so cross that out. But I had the 4Runner and I had the 68 Ford before that, so I didn't really I never really had issues with those two, you know? So, anywho, we're trying to get this thing fired up, and it finally kind of fires on one cylinder. So like, oh man, we're close. So fire it, nothing happens. And then eventually it just starts up, and it runs like poop, man. This thing ran like dog shit. And it was, like I said, midnight, nobody was there to help us. So we get it running, we drive it around, we rev it up, make sure all the water's out of it. And it's not making any weird noises, so I got pretty lucky in not bending any rods or anything. But we get all the way to Walmart. We decided, alright, fuck it, we're gonna go fuck around at Walmart. So maybe it wasn't quite midnight. It was probably like 9 o'clock when all this is happening. Go to Walmart, and we're dicking around in there. And, you know, we're dumb kids. We're 16, and he's 15. We're dicking around. We're fucking around. Whatever. So we're cruising. We decide to get on these pink Barbie bikes. Blue and pink Barbie bikes. And we start riding them around the store. Well, we're riding them around the store, and we go into, like, the clothing aisle, and Kyle crashes into the clothes. Crashes into them. Loud noise, everything. Secret shopper comes around the corner and stares at him for like 5 seconds. They like lock eyes and just stare at him. Didn't do nothing for those 5 seconds. Just straight up just staring. And all of a sudden she reaches into her shirt, picks up her shirt, and starts talking into it. And we're like, oh shit. She goes, we got 2 kids over here on bikes. So we take them all the way back to the bike section, and then we book it out of that store as fast as we can. As fast as we can. We get to the car, Kyle goes, dude, I think I hurt my knee. And I'm like, this idiot. Car goes, I hurt my knee, and I'm like, damn it, dude, you're an idiot. So we go all the way back to his house, and we go back on this discussion, and we just hang out there. We're like, man, nope, we're not going out anymore. We pushed our luck enough as it is. So we hang out at his house for the rest of the night. We just chill. We're like, oh man, we pushed our luck for the night. No more. So, because I already messed up my car twice and was still fine. So I was like, nope, we're done. So we go home, we go back to his house, and I stay the night there, I think, is what happened. Because at the time, I didn't work on Mondays. I had a Tuesday through Saturday schedule. So I work Tuesday through Saturday instead of Monday through Friday. Stay the night there, and then we go out the next morning, and we go get the oil for an oil change in my car, and we change the oil. We do all that, and my car is fine. So got very lucky in that regard. And we didn't get in trouble. Then there was another time in this same car, same Mitsubishi Eclipse with the same guy, Kyle. We've done some shit, brother. We ended up out in Arizona City. Oh, that's not good. Kyle and I, again, we take the Eclipse, and we're in Arizona City. And we're hauling ass down dirt roads like our usual thing. I don't know. There was still 16. And yeah, man, we're hauling ass. And the front tires on that car were really bald. Like, they were bald as shit. I shouldn't have been going down dirt roads, but, you know, again, dumb 16-year-old. Hauling ass down these dirt roads. Down the dirt road, we got bald tires, and going to this corner that I usually hit at like 90 mile an hour. It's a pretty steep corner. But at the time, like I said before, I was a good driver. I'm not saying I'm the greatest driver alive, and I'm not, you know, Formula Drift or whatever. But I could rip the handbrake in that thing and make that corner at 90 mile an hour. So I ripped the handbrake, and it understeers. Understeers entirely, and goes straight into a berm because I'm an idiot. And blew the bead off the tire. It didn't do any suspension damage, again, luckily, somehow, but blew the bead off the tire. So we put the donut on, we call for help, put the donut on, and we called this guy that we literally had just met from racing on the dirt roads, like a couple weeks beforehand. So we barely even knew the guy, and I don't think we ever hung out with the guy again after this, which kind of sucks. He was a nice guy, and I feel bad. But we put the car into the berm on, like, right before the ditch. And, yeah, we ended up changing the tire out, and we get it about halfway down this dirt road, and we hear, whoosh. And we're like, what the heck? Because all I had was a donut. So now our donut is flat because we hit a rock or something on the donut. And the donut blew out. So ended up limping it over to a buddy's house that I have over in Arizona City. And leave the car there overnight, and his parents gave me a ride home. Because again, I am an idiot. So they give us a ride home, and my grandma goes, where's your car? And I'm like, it's at their house. And she goes, why? And I go, I blew the bead off of the tire, and then I blew the donut, and now I had to get a ride home, and my car's over at their house. And she goes, okay. So we go. Obviously, she didn't know the shenanigans that was happening. So it's a nice Sportster. I have a Sportster. I need to ride that for a video. Anywho, so I tell my grandma what happened, and she is not very pleased, but she's glad that I'm okay. I never told her the real story behind it. I think she knows it now, but I could be wrong. And yeah, we went the next morning and got my tire replaced on the actual rim, and we were good. Rim wasn't bent, nothing. I think the rim, actually, they said it was a little bit bent, but they were able to balance it out. So that was good. But yeah, so we got the Eclipse fixed. Very interesting night. Like, we went to a couple different tire shops, like overnight tire shops, just to see if they could seat the bead for us, and that bead was not seating. It just wasn't. They were like overnight truck stops, so they didn't have the right tools to fix it either, because truck stop. But yeah, so that was pretty fun. That was a good night. Good memories, man. Good memories. Him and I used to go to the dirt track. We'd obviously take that car and we'd come home, and the car had no heat. It had AC, but no heat. Don't know why. No, I don't think it had AC either. It had no heat or AC. So in the wintertime, the windows would fog up real bad. Well, it's the wintertime when the dirt track races are going. It's about midnight by the time the race ends. And we're on our way home, and we have to keep wiping the windows. But we decided we still want to go for a drive, because, again, dumb kids. We decided we want to go for a drive after this, and we're staying at my grandma's house that night, I believe. And we're ripping around in the car, going down roads, ripping dirt roads, ripping main roads, whatever we can find, right? And we passed a cop, you know. I don't condone any of this, I'm just telling stories. We passed a cop going really fast. We're not going to say how fast, just pretty fast. And faster than, like, pretty fast. And the cop stays where he's at this light after he, again, this is after like 6 hours of driving around. It's like, by this time, and maybe not 6, but it's like 4 a.m. And by this time, we passed this cop, and he goes the other direction instead of coming out after us. So we're like, yep, we're going home. That's it. That's our good luck. That's our good luck for the night. We're going home. So that's what we did. We went home. I walk in and I go, hey, Grandma, we're home. You know, just to let her know, because she liked to know. She didn't care how late I stayed out. She just wanted to know when I was going to be home. So I was like, hey, Grandma, I'm home. She goes, okay. You guys okay? And I was like, yeah. You know, she's still half asleep because I had just woke her up from her sleep. And it's 4 a.m. And she goes, you guys doing okay? And I'm like, yep, we're fine. We're just going to go get go to bed. We're tired, you know. Because I didn't want to tell her what really happened. She would have killed me, man. So we go to bed, and we wake up the next morning, and we're like, how the fuck did we get away with this? So, yeah, man, that car was very interesting. That car came to a sad end, though. My buddy crashed his truck, and I was on my way to go help him. He crashed his truck in this abandoned building, and I ended up going over like a piece of concrete was missing out of this concrete slab in the abandoned building, and I'm driving around it because it's supposed to be like a mall. It was missing a piece of concrete, and I'm driving over to go help my buddy. I have a lot more stories on this car, so if y'all would like to hear them, then let me know. And I will tell more, but this is how I'm going to conclude it. Bro, get out of the road! Again, in the same spot, you can't park there! So I'm going to go help my buddy out. Different buddy, not Kyle. Different buddy. And I'm on my way to go help him. And the car goes right into this missing piece of concrete because I couldn't see, because it's like an illusion. It was a big enough building for the concrete to look like an illusion. Like, it looked like it went all the way through, even if it didn't. So, go over to go help him, and he crashed his truck. I crashed my car, and I ripped the front suspension out of the car. Oh. And after that, I went and got my truck, and I sold the car. Ended up selling the car to somebody who actually bought it and fixed it. Fixed it up, and last I heard, they were driving it around, but this was like a year and a half ago, so anything could have happened by now. But they were driving that car around for a while. They were driving it around for like a year. Last time I spoke to the guy. So, that's cool. I'm glad that worked out for him, and it worked out for me. That car came to a very unfortunate ending. That was very sad. I was kind of glad because then I could go get a truck. I was kind of happy about it, but at the same time, like, I wasn't meaning for it to happen. Like, it was not purposeful. It wasn't, oh, I'm going to crash my car so I can get a truck. No. It was, oh, I crashed a car, maybe I can get a truck now. You know? So it's funny, though, that I crashed my car going to help my buddy who crashed his truck, because I had the tools and stuff, you know, and just trying to help him out. This is my destination now, so I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great night, great day, whatever time you're watching this, and we will freaking see you later.